Welcome here to Castle Road to today's game, the Intermediate Championship 2020, Blackrock versus Enniskeane. We're a few moments away from throw-in, so we're going to give you the official teams as we know it from the programme. But as we all know, that's not going to be where they're probably going to start. So I'll start with Blackrock. In goals, Clodagh Collin. Number 2, Aoife McCarthy. Number 3, Carol Ryan. Number 4, Kate O'Brien. Number 5, Tia McMahon. 6, Anna Lucy. 7, Leah McHugh. 8, Anne O'Farrell. 9, Caitlin Hickey. 10, Aisling Hegarty. Roisin DeFuita at 11. 12, Michelle Murphy. 13, Cát Kelleher. And Grace Mulqueen. On the other side, welcoming to town Enniskeane, we have in goals number 1, Kate Cochran. 2, Louise Duggan. 3, Céline Nyhan. 4, Kelly Scannell. 5, Emma O'Driscoll. 6, Danielle Carroll. 7, Aisling O'Driscoll. 8, Lorna Mannix. 9, Sinead Hurley. 10, Siobhan O'Driscoll. 11, Orla Cronin. 12, Tara Sheehan. 13, Deirdre Brown. 14, Emer O'Brien. And 15, Orla Collin. And the best of luck to both sides here today. We're still waiting referee. I think it was Mr. McMallister. We're looking forward to a great game here. Conditions are perfect. There was a game here earlier this morning. I think Father O'Neill's won that. And we're looking forward to another exciting game here now between Blackrock and Enniskeane. Game underway. All the homework has been done, all the hard slog. And this is what it's all about today now, championship here in Castle Road. I'd like to welcome on commentary with me today Daniel Meany, who was out in duty last night, and we had a great win over Bishopstown, moving on to the next round. And joining us here are two lovely lassies from Enniskeane, Noel Sheehan, Treasurer, and Anne O'Donovan, Secretary. Anyone out there in hurling land today, there's a huge crowd here as you can imagine. We're all COVID-19 restricted, which is crazy stuff because the people that come to these games are normally brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers and grannies and granddads. Somebody told me earlier on that Nana Ryan, to get her in here today, we had to bring her in the back of a Honda 50 as a paramedic, but she's here. You'll hear her later on. If you want to text us in here with any, we'll say, good wishes or on our commentary today, we're going to apologise in advance. It's our first time actually doing it. But Daniel Meany's mobile number is 087, this is for all the women, 323 9431, and we have Noel Sheehan is at 086 190 3597. So let's get these texts going. I think we can actually give you the official line out now as they're making their way to their positions. In goals is Clodagh Collin. Right cornerback is Tia McMahon. Carol Ryan is fullback, and Kate O'Brien is in the other corner. Anya Murray is at 5, Anna Lucy is at 6, and Leah McHugh is on the other wing. Midfield is Caitlin Hickey and Michelle Murphy. Kate Leneghan is on the half-forward line at number 10. Cát Kelleher is centre forward, and Anne O'Farrell is at number 12. And inside the danger line, Roisin DeFuita, Saeve McCarthy in one corner, and Hayley Ryan in the other. The game is in, and the ball is in and the game is on. Ball down into the corner to Saeve McCarthy. She turns. A good pass back out, looking for help. These are the nervous times in the first 5-10 minutes. Great ball inside. Hayley Ryan is bottled up and has to play it back out. Good clearance from Kate Cochran. Out over the line ball to Blackrock. Quickly taken, poor line ball. And Enniskeane come away with it. Michelle Murphy is early on the ball. Back into Caitlin Hickey, and Caitlin is cutting straight through. Great strike. Good handling again by Kate Cochran, and the ball is struck out to midfield. Anna Lucy here. Great ball through. Orla Cronin, Cork Senior. Great strike. And the first score of the game goes to Orla Cronin. Claude Collin, the golfer, is pucking out. Good strike, landing around midfield. Siobhan O'Driscoll from Enniskeane. Bit of handbag stuff, but all legal. Laura Mannix, great ball inside into the full forward line. Sinead Hurley has it. Emer O'Brien, and a great point again from Emer. Tactics from Enniskeane seem to be playing two inside in the full forward line and giving a load of room between that and the half forwards. Quick ball in. Great strike by Claude again. But right now Enniskeane seem to be mopping up all the ball, loose ball around midfield. Blackrock will need to get tighter.
We apologise for the shouting in the background. We have four lovely ladies from Douglas standing outside the gate on top of the walls shouting in for Blackrock and their friends.
We've an injury to Anna Lucy off the ball. Referee has noted it and game will commence again shortly. And we're away again. Down into the corner to Saeed McCarthy, being bottled up inside her by Kate Leneghan. Great strike. Leah McHugh, all the way from Tipperary. A great strike in again to the half forward line. Referee playing advantage. Kate Leneghan has it and she's going on a good run. Ball dropping in and dropping short into the keeper. Oh my God! And it's in the back of the net. A great strike by Roisin de Fuita.
Kate Hickey picks up the break and is driving out the pitch just like her brother Owen would do. Pops it off to Kate Gallagher. Ball inside to Roisin. Haley gets there first. Roisin de Fuita picks it. A bit of miscommunication. Kate Gallagher with the strike. Enniskeane over it well. And Enniskeane come out with it comfortably.
Great clearance from Danielle Carroll. Kate O'Brien gets stuck in. Enniskeane have possession again. Emer O'Brien cutting straight through, looking for Orla Cronin. Number 12 for Enniskeane, Tara Sheehan, strikes a great ball into the corner. Great save by Claude Collin. And a great strike from Emer O'Brien. Still not cleared. Takes a ricochet and goes over the bar. Orla Collin credited with that point.
Great block by Leah McHugh, whose sister Ciara is asking for a shout out.
Which is what you got as a 65, is it? Yeah. Okay, that ball actually took a deflection. We thought it had gone over the bar, but it's actually a 65 to Enniskeane. Orla Cronin, Cork Senior, is pretty accurate with these. Great clean strike and a point to Orla Cronin. No, it was a what you call it to say. Yeah.
Kate Leneghan with the ball. I'll let her dad take over from this now.
Line ball on the far side, and I think it is Enniskeane coming back up this side again. Enniskeane seem to have settled that bit better than Blackrock. But we'll be hoping that the Blackrock girls settle into their own routine, into their own game. I'm sure they have a game plan. That's a great ball across here. Hayley Ryan coming out to meet it. But she's being bottled up again by Aisling O'Driscoll, and a great clearance by Aisling O'Driscoll. Lot of loose play in around the middle of the field. Great ball by Tia McMahon up the wing. Saeed McCarthy has ball in hand, and it's knocked away from her again by Louise Duggan. Here comes Caitlin Hickey on a burst. It's opening up in front of her. Good strike from Caitlin, and just drifting left and wide. Kate Corcoran again on a puck out. Ball reaching midfield. And it breaks away again. And in comes Michelle Murphy. Ball breaks. And it breaks to Tara Sheehan, who was cutting straight through. Good hook. Great hook. Carol Ryan gets the ball into her hand. Great block again. Sinead Hurley. Blackrock under pressure to clear their lines. And O'Farrell brings it out. Great pass to Michelle Murphy. Battled up. Enniskeane are really going in hard, knocking the ball away, giving Blackrock no chance at all. Caitlin Hickey, a great drive down the middle. And Hayley Ryan has it, and it's opening up in front of her. She's gone. Referee waves his hand and is allowing, and he's coming back. He's given the advantage.
McAllister being the notoriously lenient referee he is, both teams benefiting from this, with Anna Lucy and Orla Cronin having a bit of a battle off the ball, with Anna Lucy ending up on the ground and Leah McKeough throwing a hurley in an attempt of a hook and it not being seen either.
We have our first text in here from Enniskeane. The best of luck to the Enniskeane team from Enniskeane Post Office. So everybody be in for your stamps there in the morning. That's Caitlin, I presume, is it? No, Hayley. It's Hayley.
Also, best wishes to the Blackrock Camogie team from the under 13 Camogie team. Rocky Zabu.
That was a great strike by Hayley Ryan. So at the moment it's 1-1 to 3 points. Very close game, and that's what we expected before the ball was ever thrown in. Both these teams know each other quite well from back over the years, and I suppose from last year's both teams are back, we'll say, to prove a point. Enniskeane were probably fancied to win it out last year, so it's unfinished business for them, but Blackrock will also be fancying their chances.
Claire from Barry Row wishing Enniskeane the best of luck and looking forward to an exciting game.
Emma O'Driscoll has ball in hand. Blackrock are growing into this game slowly but surely. That's a great run by Michelle Murphy, a great hand pass to Anne O'Farrell, and Anne gets a great strike inside, but it's 2-1 inside. Roisin De Fuita, she won't give up. Keeper has the ball and it's coming out. Great save by Kate Corcoran. Great strike by Kate Corcoran. Ball landing out around midfield. Caitlin Hickey underneath it and Anna Lucy. Enniskeane seem to be winning these breaking balls all the time around midfield. So Blackrock will have to counteract that, up the intensity. And O'Farrell, a chop down and a free in. Hayley Ryan is quite accurate with these. She's been Blackrock's regular free taker. So the stance, the lift, and a great point. That should settle Blackrock. I think those few scores, it's always important early in the game to get those early scores, and the confidence is growing. Again, Enniskeane seem to be getting those breaking balls midfield. And now Anne O'Farrell and Hayley Ryan. Hayley has it, but she's being policed by Aisling O'Driscoll. Again, great ball down the line by Caitlin Hickey and Roisin DeFuita. A great battle inside between herself and Céline Nahan. Roisin comes out on top at this stage. Hayley Ryan, a great ball across the centre. Kate Leneghan has it and she's going straight through, looking for a pass off inside. Strike and over the bar. Anne O'Farrell.
It's now 1-3, 3 points to Blackrock.
Kate Corcoran again, great strike out to midfield. Two Enniskeane players underneath the ball here, and away comes Tara Sheehan with it again. Up into the right hand corner this time, trying her luck on this side. Deirdre Brown has it, but she's being well policed by Kate O'Brien. A great tussle between the two of them, the ball has gone out over the line.
Some of the Blackrock coaches are a bit too honest, probably should have given the sideline ball to Blackrock instead of Enniskeane.
A fresh air shot from Enniskeane. Ball is out again. Blackrock going down the other end. I'd say we're close enough to a water break here, but I'm pretty sure the girls, it's going to be a testing game here, the 60 minutes. So the water break is vital just to gather their thoughts and a plan of action. Okay, and it's turned over again and it's coming back up. Looks like Ola Cronin will take this one.
Funny that you mentioned the water break. Same referee ref the game against Shandoon and Glen Rovers last week, and he forgot the water break completely. Just played the first half.
Orla's stance. Not as good a strike this time, but inside. Sinead Hurley has it, former Cork minor. Great interception by Anya Murray and a great clearance down this side again. Anne O'Farrell has it. Players left and right. Poor pass. And out comes Emma from Enniskeane with it. Great pass to midfield. Sinead Hurley on the ball again. Needs help. Great winner, great steal by Anne O'Farrell. Inside. Cod Keller, we need to get her into this game. Saeed McCarthy inside in the corner, battling as hard as she can. But it's coming out again. This Enniskeane defence are tenacious and fighting like tigers. Now here we have a great battle between Caitlin Hickey and Sinead Hurley. Caitlin comes out on top in this one. Down the wing to Hayley Ryan. Great pass inside. Anne O'Farrell has it and she's going straight through. Great strike, but just short. Keeper, inside again, Roisin DeFuita, and it's all out. The referee is running in and he's giving his hands wide. Penalty.
Blackrock have both been lucky and unlucky in the last week to gain one and lose another. They lost their captain, Grace Mulqueen, last week or the week before to a broken wrist, but they also gained back Roisin DeFuita, who's made a massive performance so far in the game, who had a suspected fractured knee, but I think she's being a bit dramatic.
Hayley Ryan strikes that and it's gone over the bar again for another point. You'd have to feel sorry for Kate Corcoran inside. That first touch basically has got her into trouble. And we have our first water break. We have a text in here from a James Nyan in Enniskeane wishing the girls all the best today. So far it's nip and tuck. Blackrock 1-4, Enniskeane 3 points, but that doesn't reflect the game that we're seeing here in front of us. Blackrock are growing into the game. Enniskeane started extremely well, but Blackrock seem to be just, I suppose, maybe getting the upper hand in a few positions, but around midfield again there's a lot of loose ball, and when the ball goes into both sets of forwards, they're very dangerous, very, very dangerous going through. We're just looking down the line here at Dara O'Callaghan. They call him Goose. After today, we'll get him a gander. But he's getting the girls revved up here on the sideline. And poor old Anthony, you can see why he has lost all his hair. From who'd want to be on the management side of things down the line here, as they say, you'll be pulling your hair out. And Jerk Collin further down, I can see him. He's like a hen with an egg, up and down the line. But all, as I say, rooting for the girls here. They've done a great, fantastic job with them this year, and bringing in Dara to actually do the trainers and getting them as fit as possible for this huge, I suppose, tough campaign ahead. We're back in action here, and a great puck out again from Enniskeane keeper Kate Corcoran, out around the middle, and on it comes Michelle Murphy bursting through, and she wins herself a free.
Interesting change here now from Enniskeane. Their talisman Orla Cronin has now been pushed into full forward.
Caitlin Hickey fancies her chance with this one. So from it's about 50 yards out. Good connection. It's going to drop short. Roisin de Fuita into her hand, but it's knocked away from her. Saeed McCarthy gets it, but it's been cleared out by the cornerback from Enniskeane, Kelly Scannell. I think we have a 65. The best of luck as well today to St. Mary's playing Dermot O'Mahona's. I think that game started at 2:30, so if anybody has an update as to how that game is doing, text it into us here. So Hayley Ryan is back on duty again. The usual stance, the lift, and the strike. Umpire reaches for the flag, and it's a good point again.
Hayley Ryan, niece of famous Fergal Ryan, and I suppose daughter of Aidan Ryan as well.
Quick cock out by Enniskeane, out to the cornerback, Louise Duggan, making ground up the wing, and Jabalis drifts out over the sideline. Very unlucky to Siobhan O'Driscoll. Anya Murray cuts it in, and Caitlin Hickey, ball in hand, making good ground, good pass inside to Kate Leneghan, and she's cutting straight through. She's gone clean straight through, inside to Anne O'Farrell, and straight over the bar again. That's the second point for Anne O'Farrell, but a great run by Kate Leneghan to make the space.
Enniskeane seem to be having trouble with the Blackrocks running game. They need to have a look at that at half time.
Anne O'Farrell again, ball inside, 1-on-1, Roisin de Fuita. Out comes Kate Corcoran. Much more assured this time, but blocked again. Hayley Ryan, and a great strike in the back of the net again.
Brilliant work from Roisin de Fuita there. All the glory will go to Hayley Ryan in the papers, but it was all from the hook and the work rate from Roisin de Fuita.
They say goals win games. And it's just the pressure, really, I suppose, of the Blackrock forwards inside in the full forward line. They're chasing and hooking and blocking everything. Michelle Murphy now is in a driving match and gets her free. We've an injury to one of the Enniskeane players who is down. So we'll probably have a short break in play.
It's interesting, we talk about the history between the two teams, and I can remember back to 2010 in the division below in the junior championship. It was Enniskeane and Blackrock in the county final that day too, in a cold wet night out in Clodove.
Me being only a blow in here what you got from Duhallow, but now domiciled in Blackrock. We have to throw our lot in here, but that's a bit of history there from Daniel Meany. He looks a lot older than that, but he's showing his age. That's a great strike in by Haley and straight over the bar. She's really in the groove today. That's Haley Ryan's 5th point, and she's also been credited with a goal, Roisin de Fuita, and the score now is 2-7 to 3 points. Sinead Hurley is on a drive here for Enniskeane, but Caitlin Hickey robs her, and away she goes again. Really great strike from Caitlin Hickey. They're growing into the game here around midfield. Not as much loose ball there now. Roisin de Fuita out first, and a great strike inside again. Saeed McCarthy comes across, but the Enniskeane corner back, clears it out. Kelly Scannell out to her wing back, out to Emma O'Driscoll. It's hard work getting this ball out. Blackrock are fighting tooth and nail for everything. Great ball up here again, Leah McHugh. Great strike again. We have an injured player here. Siobhan O'Driscoll got the tail end of that. Referee hasn't seen it and the play still continues. Kelly Scannell clears it out. Louise Duggan is blocked down. So we'll probably have a break and play again here. But Blackrock have really grown into this game in the last 10 minutes, 12 minutes. They've really grown. It took them a while to get started. You could say that Enniskeane got the better start, but Blackrock have really upped the ante, and I suppose those few scores, it just grows in confidence throughout the team.
Siobhan O'Driscoll looks winded after that, after Leah McHugh, as she calls it, bulldozing tactic to run through players.
I can see the Enniskeane mentors in the huddle on the far side. They know that they're in a game here. They'll have to come up, I suppose, with a plan B. But there's nothing ever has been between these teams at any point in time, and it's not over until the fat lady sings. So just because the scoreline reads presently 2-7 to 3 points, these teams normally fight it out tooth and nail, and you can be sure Enniskeane will not give up. We're away again here, and Michelle Murphy gives a great ball inside to Anne O'Farrell, and Anne has found, I think, the point again. Umpire is going for the flag. That's Anne O'Farrell's 3rd point. Was missing last year. Does a lot of canoeing, but she's actually back. Well, canoeing, rowing, I suppose I should say, but she's back here in full fettle again, and hurling mighty. Enniskeane finding it harder to clear their lines. Blackrock, Caitlin Hickey straight in again and going right through the middle. Great strike from Caitlin. And sails straight over the bar. A great mighty point from about 50 yards out. That's what you want, I suppose, from a Cork intermediate senior hurler. She's showing her pros here today. So we're down the left wing here again, Haley Ryan. Great ball out again to midfield to Caitlin, where she finds loads of room into Michelle Murphy. The space is opening up now for Blackrock. Great ball inside. Caught Kelleher and a mighty score. Puck out again from Kate Corcoran, reaching midfield again. Orla Cronin gets onto it, but she's bottled up by Anna Lucy and ball is knocked away from her. But Enniskeane have it again, out to the far wing. Anya Murray, great strike from Anya Murray, back into midfield, where Anne O'Farrell again is on the ball, seeing a lot of ball here today. Out they come again Enniskeane. Danielle O'Carroll, great ball up the wing. Out comes Blackrock, Tia McMahon. Getting help from Anya Murray across there. Great strike from Anya Murray back into midfield. Going in the direction of Kate Leneghan. She doesn't know where the ball is hit. Louise Duggan gets it, and a great ball back up the wing here. Well done to Leah McHugh there. And a sensible ball straight out. Anne O'Farrell, half hooked. And back comes Laura Mannix. Laura Mannix now going straight through. A dangerous ball now inside, 1-on-1. But covering off there again is Carol Ryan. Had an injury coming into this game, but it doesn't seem to be. And she's over-carried, unfortunately. So it's a free in for Enniskeane. It's a long time since they've scored, so they'll need to get this, what you got now, just to steady themselves down again and get themselves back into this game. Regular free taker Orla Cronin stands over it again. It's about 30 yards out, breeze into her face. But you'd expect that to go straight over the bar. Great point from Orla Cronin.
It's now 2-10 to 4 points to Blackrock.
Clodagh Collin, the golfer come camogie player. Great strike again, way out to the far right in the direction of Kate Leneghan, which is into her hand, and she's gone down the wing again, but being policed all the time by Louise Duggan. She's looking for help inside. Saeed McCarthy inside gets it. A great strike by Saeed, but unfortunately this one goes wide. Blackrock seem to be getting that ball coordination spot on at the moment here, and once they get it, they seem to have the Enniskeane backs inside in trouble. Ball is back up the other end of the field here now, where Deirdre Brown has it for Enniskeane. Emer O'Brien going straight through. Great pass to Orla Cronin, who's making her way through. Referee is hand up and he's going to give advantage, but there was no way she was going to get through that Blackrock defence. I think Carol Ryan here might get a speaking to. But it's rough, tough stuff out there. What you got, there's no place for the faint-hearted. Yeah, he's giving her a yellow card. It's not a Christmas card, it's just a warning at this stage. Just probably a harsh one. But Orla Cronin again punishes it by clapping the ball over the bar.
She might look like a lovely girl, but Carol Ryan is well able to get stuck in and get those cards.
Great strike again by Clodagh Collin, right out and down the middle. Card Kelleher unlucky there. Enniskeane are having a good run here now at the moment, running straight through, and again referee calls it back for a swipe, and it's a free in again. It's about 45 yards out, and Orla Cronin will take this again.
Enniskeane are really starting to find their groove in the last 5 or 10 minutes, and Blackrock will need to weather the storm and try and stay in front for it.
Great strike again from Orla, very accurate and straight over the black point. That's 5 points to Orla Cronin. Right now she's keeping them in the game. Great strike out again from Clodagh Collin. Lands around midfield. Michelle Murphy is in there in the thick of it, so is Caitlin Hickey. Enniskeane have definitely upped the ante coming into half-time. Good ball inside again, pulled on by Emer O'Brien inside. Sinead now is cutting through. Sinead Hurley, she's in inside. Great strike and a great save inside by Clodagh Collin. Free out. Clodagh is really doing her stuff between the sticks today. A great save, point blank. Whatever bit of a breeze that we have here, it seems to be blowing, I'd say, to the back of Blackrock. So that will definitely count in the second half. Ball again out to midfield. No half given or taken. I'd say this will probably be a throw-in between Emma O'Driscoll and Caitlin Hickey. And we're back in action again. Orla Cronin is coming deeper to get the ball now, which might be robbing from inside. And again, a swipe across by Anna Lucy and another free 45, maybe 50 yards out for Orla Cronin. All these frees and points, they're just, I suppose, narrowing the gap and bringing Enniskeane back into this game.
Just a bit of cuteness from the Cork Camogie player there, putting the hurley up, getting the slap of the hurley, and once the referee hears that, he's going to give a free.
Great strike again by Orla Cronin. She's not going to miss any of those. You need a great free taker, I suppose. And on both sides here today, Hayley Ryan for Blackrock and Orla Cronin for Enniskeane. We have two of top quality for any young camogie players out there that are, I suppose, going to setting their sights on being free takers. A good free taker can win and lose a game for you. We've come to half time here, and I'd say both sets of teams will get out of the sun and get some nourishment into them, because it is quite warm here. We'll probably see maybe some changes. The score here at half-time is 2-10 to 7 points. It's not a 15 girl or man, I suppose, team anymore. You're talking about 15 plus 5, 20, and they will certainly be needed here today, because you're going to have girls tiring as the game goes on. You're going to have injuries, because it's a tough, hard game, as we've seen in the first half. There are no quarter being given or taken. They are just before half time. Those 3 or 4 vital scores from Orla Cronin will keep them in the game. So this is normally the moving quarter. So let's see where it goes. Siobhan comes away with the ball here for Enniskeane, but is hooked by Leah McHugh. Michelle Murphy cutting through, pops it inside to Hayley Ryan, and Hayley is through on goal, but she got a great defending again here by Enniskeane. Good ball out here to Louise Duggan, and she's clearing her lines. Out here again to her centre back, Danielle Carroll, up the wing here to Siobhan O'Driscoll, and a great strike by Siobhan O'Driscoll. Anya Murray coming out in front here and into her hand. And she's had a strike and gone down, so the play will stop again here briefly. I don't see any changes on the Blackrock team. We're just looking at numbers. But again, anyone texting out there that wants to get a text in here to Noel Sheehan, her mobile is 086 190 3597. And Daniel Meany jumping up and down here and giving out to Liam McHugh from Tipperary. His mobile number is 087 323 9431. So keep those texts coming in.
Looks like the worst here for Blackrock with Anya Murray down. We don't know if it's a knee or an ankle injury, but Leah Gearan is currently warming up, ready to come on.
Anya Murray is still down, so it's either an ankle she may have gone over, and we're not too sure. But Leah Gairn is warming up and ready to come in if she's called upon. Cathal McAllister is giving her as much time as she needs. Anya Murray would be battle hardened. She'd be one of the older girls on the team, but a great confidence builder. Reads the game very, very well, and again a dual player, plays football and camogie. Yeah, Anya seems to be in trouble, so she's going off, and in comes Leah Gairn. I'd say it'll be probably a straight swap, and it'll be a throw-in by referee Cathal McAllister. Both teams going at it here, really hammer and tongs. Away comes Caitlin Hickey on a mad burst again, looking for help. Ball comes into midfield, out here to Caitlin again, ball in hand, and Anne O'Farrell has gone through the middle and she's gone. She's gone again, she's being chased by Louise Duggan. Good hook by Louise and gets in. Saeed McCarthy coming out to help her. And Kelly Scannell getting stuck in from Enniskeane. Ball coming out and won by Enniskeane by Laura Mannix.
Soft free to give away by Blackrock. Had her bottled up and someone started holding Hurley. On a brighter note, the O'Callaghan's are currently outside the gate supporting the Blackrock Camogie team, and we're missing young Brian, or known as Buster, who usually comes in the boot. Zoe says hi.
Louise Duggan strikes it out to midfield, where it is won by Siobhan O'Driscoll. Laura Mannix get it, and she's cutting straight through, being chased by Leah Gairn. Out to meet her comes Leah McHugh. Clash ball gone out into the corner. One inside there by Kate O'Brien, and she clears it out, but poor clearance. Only comes out to Orla Cronin, who strikes, and that ball looks like going straight over the bar. Score by Orla Cronin. A great strike and a great point. So Claude Collin, the golfer, hops the ball once, strikes it, and it's coming out here to this side of the field again, where underneath is Caitlin Hickey and Kate Leneghan. Ball breaks, and it looks like it's in the Enniskeane. Referee says, Cathal McAllister says it's going back in, and Louise Duggan is going to take it. Poor strike by Louise. And Kate Leneghan has it. Ball in hand. She's being bottled up. Tries to feed it inside. It's really hard, tough stuff here. Well won by Danielle Carroll down the wing to number 13, who is Deirdre Brown. And ball gone back inside, but cleared again by Blackrock here inside by Leah McHugh. And Lucy is moving. Anne O'Farrell, who is helping her out. But again, Enniskeane come clear with it. Anna Cronin, she's come very, very deep now. You'd think that she'd be more of a threat inside, but gets it inside to Sinead Hurley, and Sinead Hurley strikes, and it's over the bar. Enniskeane are going to rise up here. You can be sure they will not give in. They'll hurl to the very last minute. Bit shorter this time from Claude Collin, and Michelle Murphy comes out to meet it. But Enniskeane have it again. The switch in by Sinead Hurley seems to be working inside. She passes it to her midfield partner, number 8, Laura Mannix, and back over the bar it goes again. Great strike and great point. 2-10 to 10 points now. So they say goal wins games, what you got. But right now, Enniskeane seem to be that bit in front and just upping the ante. Blackrock will have to meet that head on. A bit of handbag stuff here off the ball. Caitlin Hickey and Siobhan O'Driscoll. But that's what it's all about. Nothing being given, nothing being taken. Colin McAllister says play away. Enniskeane definitely hitting a purple patch here now, and trotting across is Orla Cronin. This should be well within her distance. She's been very accurate so far. I think she has missed nothing. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4. She has 6 points to her credit so far. And a strong win behind her. It looks like to be dropping short inside into the square. Carol Ryan puts up her hand. Out comes Claudia Collin with it. Clears her lines. And Michelle Murphy just mops up here. And ball is coming out from Blackrock.
A text in from David Meany on behalf of Anne Honahan, or better known as Nana Meany, to wish the Blackrock girls best luck.
Noel and Anne here just want to wish the Enniskeane junior team. They now have a junior team down in Enniskeane, which is a great testament to them, getting girls involved in sport. Free and going back in again. Caitlin will probably get spoken to here now. It wasn't intentional, it was just a flick, but Cahill said it was rather high, so you can be sure. It's not Orla Cronin is taking this one. It's actually Eamon O'Brien is coming out. Another Cork minor. Not a great strike going short inside, but maybe that was intentional. Inside to number 8. Laura Mannix, and Laura has her second point. It's been all one-way traffic in the second half. That wind is definitely blowing very, very strong inside. We don't really know out here from looking at the flags. That's a great win inside by Cart Kelleher. Passes it out, and O'Farrell in hand strikes. Will it make it? It's going to drop. And inside, great again by Kate Cochran, bringing it out. That's more like it from her. Kelly Scannell clears it out to the wing here to Aisling O'Driscoll, and she adds on to it, but only comes as far as Caitlin Hickey here. Great burst inside, pass goes slightly astray. Aisling O'Driscoll has it here and passes it out to her centre back Daniel O'Carroll, who clears it way down the wing. First out to it here is Kate O'Brien, but she's blocked by Tara Sheehan, and Tara is on her bike and she's gone. Referee is playing advantage. I think he'll call it back. No, he's letting it run. Ball has gone inside. Struck over the bar. And Sinead. We're just waiting here to see, is there a change on the scoreboard? Yes, and he's giving a card, I think, to Anna Lucy. She's been treading, I suppose, on dangerous waters up to now. But she's playing extremely well, and I suppose marking Orla Cronin, who is a Cork senior, is no easy feat. But Anna is well up to meeting. And here we have a clash now. That was rather harsh, I thought. But he's giving it to Enniskeane. Yeah, Enniskeane have really got this game the bit between their teeth at the moment, and that wind is definitely an advantage. Whatever was said at half-time in the Enniskeane dressing room or the opposite side of the pitch is definitely having an effect, because they've upped it extremely since half-time, and you can see it in their play, and you can see it being reflected in the scoreboard. 2-10 to Blackrock, Enniskeane 11 points. But Blackrock will have to get back stuck in here and meet the same intensity that Enniskeane. We see a sub warming up. Emma McCarthy is coming in, and off is going Saeed McCarthy.
No relation.
No relation. We have a request in here from across the water from London, Sinead. Sinead and Omar requesting best wishes to Enniskeane. They're tuned in London, so say hello to all down that end. And we're even going further afield. Danielle in Israel says the best of luck to Enniskeane. A bit of controversy there as to whether that ball went over the bar, but it's been given, and Enniskeane move on to 12 points. The selectors here on the sideline, Blackrock, are quite irate, saying that ball was wide, but the referee has the final say, and he's marking it down in his book. So 2-10 to 12 points. This game is not over by no means. We're back in action. A great strike from Clora, well beyond midfield. Michelle Murphy is onto it. Looking for help from outside. Hayley Ryan is stuck in there. This ball will be thrown in again. Caitlin Hickey working hard. Hayley Ryan trying to help her out. Caitlin has ball in hand. Drive it in, but you got one-on-one inside. Where's this ball going to break inside? Roisin DeFrita has it in her hand. She looks. She's trying to strike, and a great striking over the bar. Great score from Roisin DeFrita.
A well-needed score for Blackrock to break up the momentum for Enniskeane here. They really need to get back into this game.
Great puck out again from Kate Corcoran in the Enniskeane net. Michelle Murphy has it at midfield, sends a great ball inside, dangerous ball inside. Who's coming onto it here? Enniskeane have taken control. Aisling O'Driscoll plays it outside to her midfield partner, and away down the wing here. And it's just gone out over the line. We'd like to send best wishes here as well to a couple of injured players from Enniskeane, Dara O'Brien and Kate McCarthy, who would be a big influence, but are out injured here at the moment. What you got for Enniskeane? They'd normally be starting in one of their 6 positions in the backs. So we send them best wishes today and hope that they'll return shortly. Ball is back in action. And again, no quarter given or taken. Who's going to come out of this ruck? It looks like Blackrock have won that one. The sub that's in, and O'Farrell comes onto it. But again, this lassie, Louise Duggan, is coming and growing into this game. She's like a little terrier at number 2. Caitlin Hickey bursts through, and she wins her free for a strike across the ankles. Blackrock now just need to keep the scoreboard ticking over, so all these frees are vital now. Caitlin fancies this one herself, so Hayley Ryan goes back into the corner, and it gives them a chance to get a breather on the pitch as well. She's striking this ball now into a strong breeze. She's about 45-50 yards out. She lifts, good strike, and it's looking good, and it's all the ways over the bar. Great strike by Caitlin Hickey.
That's the experience and the leadership now from Caitlin Hickey, Cork Senior.
Ball back in action again, coming Michelle, but it's Orla Cronin has it, and a Lucy gets a flick in, and the ball comes back out to midfield. Hayley Ryan is out, challenges for it. Well done, Caught Keller. Ball back inside again here to the full forward line. Roisin DeFrita comes out. Ball in hand, gets a knock in the back, and she'll take her free, and she walks away.
You can see how much the free means to Blackrock, and you can see Roisin there patting her player on the back that she gave her the push in the back to give her the free.
Hayley's usual stance. Lifts. And the usual result. Straight over the bar. That's a great relief point again. But you got those couple of frees now will keep the scoreboard ticking over for Blackrock as they grow into this game again now. But this is going to go down to the wire, believe me. We have a water break, and well earned.
You can see that both teams have done their homework in this game. You can see that all the big names coming into it are all frustrated. Their own individual battles going on. You can see them all talking to each other off the ball, pushing and shoving. And there was a bit of controversy in the first half where there should have been a card, but there wasn't. But we'll leave that go. And Sarah Carroll also wishes to say hi to everyone.
We just want to say well done here to Sarah Carroll and Louise Weldon and Emer Moran for taking care of the girls. They're working away, beavering away in the background and keeping them going and just looking after injuries and I suppose feeding them up and making sure that they have lifts to matches and everything else that goes on there. And of course, Ger Collin, who's the driver of the bus, Aidan Ryan and Anthony Nagel, who are the banished doors, I suppose, here today. And again to Dara O'Callan, who does the physical work with him. We all know him here in Castle Road and in Blackrock as the Goose. So if we can get a gander later on from him, I'd say he'd be delighted. Okay, it's 2:13 to 12 pints and we're after the water break, so this is really going to go down to the wire here. There'll be no quarter given or taken. Cathal McAllister, there's a sub coming in for Enniskeane. Caitlin O'Donovan is coming in for Enniskeane. We'll let you know in a minute who's gone off, but she's straight into the action and is coming in the backs. Enniskeane breaking ball again here, but Blackrock are battling for everything and Caitlin Hickey again, who else brings it out way up the wing here. Great strike from Caitlin all the ways in here inside into the forward line. We need help inside here. Anne O'Farrell, but it's out here to the wing and being brought out by Kelly Scannell. Very close and she carries it out unfortunately over the line. Great pressure there from Emma McCarthy, who was only on the pitch in a few minutes. But it's going in from Blackrock. So Michelle Murphy makes her way up here to the far corner to cut it inside. Blackrock, Enniskeane picking up their markers. She's about 25-30 yards out. Not a great connection from Michelle. And Enniskeane have it. Out they come with Emma O'Driscoll. Poor ball out though, and who's there to pick it up is Hayley Ryan. Good strike. Will it carry inside? Oh, keeper unlucky with job, but has it back in possession again, and out she comes with it. Kate Cochran, a great clearance. Hayley has it again. Great ball inside, but nobody inside. Here comes the Enniskeane sub out with it. Kathleen O'Donovan, and a good clearance down the wing. But out again here comes Blackrock, out to Michelle Murphy. You can hear in the background there, chop, chop, chop. It's a chip chop. Goes inside into Enniskeane. Sinead Hurley has it. Cork Minor. Great ball aside and she gets it out to Ola Collin and that goes over the bar and a great score for Enniskeane.
That's a big momentum booster now for Enniskeane, working the ball out from their own defence, turning it over and bringing it up the pitch and getting the score.
Ball comes out here again. Michelle Murphy is underneath it, but it comes to Enniskeane, to their midfielder number 8, Laura Mannix, who's on the score sheet already, and she plays it back inside. Carol Ryan goes in over her head, but she recovers and comes back out again. She's looking for help from her cornerback, and who's there? Great strike. Liam McHugh again, that woman from the Premier County, Tipperary, but we brought her down here to Cork, to a good Corkman. Enniskeane number 8 have it here again. Sinead Hurley, great strike inside. And the umpire is going for the flag again. Another great score. .213 now to 14 points. It's really in the melting pot here. Clodagh Collin, great strike out again to this far side here. Underneath is Hayley Ryan, a great catch. Fouled, and she runs away freeing. Caitlin Hickey fancies her chances here again, but she is striking into a very, very strong wind, and at this stage she's probably maybe 60 odd yards out. Great strike from Caitlin. It'll drop short. The wind is holding it up. Comes out here to Daniel O'Carroll, centre back for Enniskeane, looking for help. Who's there? Kathleen O'Donovan, what you got, the sub that's come in. She's played very well since she has come in. Ball goes out to the far wing, but out comes Kate O'Brien and bats it down to Michelle Murphy, who gives a great ball inside to Caitlin Hickey, and straight down the neck, right into the middle here inside. Roisin DeFuita is onto it. She's being fouled, I reckon, but no, play on, said the referee. Play the whistle. Hayley Ryan has it, looking for a bit of room to strike. Ball goes in, and a great save inside by Kate Corcoran. She's come better into the game in the second half. Back out to midfield here again. It's in-to-in stuff here. Laura Mannix has it, and she's gone on a solo run, but she's looking for help inside. Chasing her down is Michelle Murphy. Orla Cronin looking to get through, stopped in her tracks, and a free in for Enniskeane.
I think Blackrock are suffering in the second half now from venting their emotions to the referee. Everything 50-50 is going to Enniskeane, and I'd say it's because all the back chats have gone on throughout the game.
Same result again from Orla Cronin, another great strike and over the bar. 2:13 now, which in my estimate is 19 to 15 points. 4-point game, which is nothing in a game of hurling, believe me, nothing. Clodagh Collin bounces the ball once and strikes, good strike, and out it comes here again. Beyond midfield, Hayley Ryan has come out. Great catch by Hayley Ryan again. She's fouled, and a great free to everyone at this time of the game now, just to take the pressure off her defence and midfield. Caitlin Hickey will fancy her chances here again. She's a bit further in this time, which are probably not, maybe 55 yards out. But a very strong wind blowing into her face. Her usual rhythm, strike, great strike from Caitlin, all the ways in. Square, and referee pointing out what they got, free out for Enniskeane. Great strike out again by Kate Corcoran, getting great distance into it. Orla Cronin is having to come that bit further out now to win possession. Great pass inside, great flick away again by Caitlin Hickey. Orla Cronin herself having a good battle around the middle there at the moment. She gets great help from Daniel Carroll, brings the ball out here to number 10, Siobhan O'Driscoll, who drives it away down the wing, but out here come Blackrock. Tia McMahon, great strike, way up the wing here, but Carl McAllister says that the ball had gone out. This is real backs to the wall stuff here now for the Blackrock defence. Line ball for Enniskeane, and Emer O'Brien will cut it in. Blackrock are dropping players behind the ball. They'll need to clear it. Great strike inside, but out comes Michelle Murphy, the woman herself, and a great strike way up here. Two players going for it. Cod Kelleher way up here, but out again comes this number 2, Louise Duggan. Great strike way down the wing again it goes. Orla Collin has it, and she's running straight at the Blackrock defence, but being chased again by Michelle Murphy. Ball inside, Sinead Hurley has it, trying to get a strike on the ball, but a great hook from number 7 for Blackrock, Leah McHugh. The girl herself outside, 15 has it, and over the bar, score, point by Orla Collin. Blackrock are really under the cosh. Might be looking at maybe making a change on the line. I see the management team huddled together. Great strike again by Clodagh Collin out to midfield. But again, Enniskeane get the break of the ball. Free again, Cart Kelleher, sister to Queeveen Kelleher, who has his Champions League medal, coming into the game now more and more here. And again, Caitlin Hickey fancies her chances here. Much the same distance out from where she struck it the last time, and she wasn't too far away. If she gets a good clean strike on this, you'd feel that it probably will carry. Great strike, but going out right. Is it being kept in play? No, out and a wide ball. Pressure again on now from Enniskeane. Ball back into play as quick as possible from Kate Corcoran. A great strike from way down, but who was there? The woman herself. Leah McHugh all the way from Tipperary out to Kate O'Brien. Ball gone astray and goes inside to Tara Sheehan. Going straight through, and she has support inside. A great strike and a great point by Tara Sheehan. 2-13, which is 19 to 17 points. They call it squeaky bum time. Ball is back in play again. Enniskeane have it. Emer O'Brien got inside. Great ball inside to Sinead Hurley. Takes her marker on, goes inside. Strike and over the bar. It's a goal. It actually looped in, but you got it's a goal for Enniskeane. So now it's squeaky bum time.
Blackrock really need to find their groove now. A point down, 5 minutes to go.
Enniskeane go 1 point up, which is always a dangerous lead in any game. As we said from the very outset, these two sides, there's never anything between them. I'd say Cathal McAllister will throw this ball in here again. Ball back in again, and O'Farrell has it. Good strike from Anne inside, but Enniskeane have players back in numbers. And who's there? Only Orla Cronin herself coming back to help her defence. Kate O'Brien, and she is actually robbed inside, but she gets it back again. Good strike from Kate. Up here, we can say, but Siobhan O'Driscoll from Enniskeane has had a great second half. Blocked by Roisin de Fuita. It's out over the line, and it's going to Blackrock, I think. 2-13 to Blackrock, which is 19, and Enniskeane 1-17, which is 20. A 1 point game. Who wants it that bit more? This girl that has come in, 21, Kathleen O'Donovan, which has played very well in the second half for Enniskeane. Great ball down the wing by Daniel Carroll. And outgoing for Tara Sheehan. Tara takes on her marker and cuts inside. Passes it back outside again to who? That number 2, Louise Duggan. All the way up in the corner forward position. Enniskeane still in possession. All the way out again to Daniel Carroll here. They're really looking for this. Orla Cronin, look at it. Great strike. Coming short. Clodagh Collin has it. And bats it over the bar. Enniskeane got 2 points up. Ball is back quick outside again here. Caitlin Hickey battling for it. Michelle Murphy stuck in there. I would say Cathal McAllister will throw it in again. There's an injury here, so we'll have a break in play. Just a chance to give the girls catch their breath. It's really mighty stuff here. Nothing being given. everyone, both players, sets of players are giving their all. Yeah, Colin McAllister will give a few minutes to the player injured, number 7, Aisling O'Driscoll. It seems like an ankle injury, but I'm sure she won't want to go off the pitch, not at this stage, with Enniskeane in the ascendancy. We have Orla Coughlin, who is a helper for the Cork physio. She's on the sideline for Enniskeane and doing a great job, as we can see here. Those magic bottles, whatever's in them, they jump up, put the cart, and away they go again. There has been a dirty stroke in the whole match. It's hard, it's tough, but that's what you expect from two teams like this, Enniskeane and Blackrock. The winner takes all here today. I don't know what's left in it here, but there'll surely be a bit of added time for injuries and so forth. Ball is back in play. We'll do our best to keep you updated here. Enniskeane are really chasing this now. They've the bit between their teeth. Ball out, and I'd say it looks like a sideline ball. Which way is it going? It looks to be going to Enniskeane. And Orla Collin inside is going to take it. Blackrock will do well to dig this one out, but you can be sure that they'll play to the very last whistle. Carol Ryan goes back, ball in hand, is blocked down, wide ball, and it'll be a puck out to Clodagh Collin, which he'll have to take quickly. That's a great catch by Kate Leneghan, and she's fouled. Blackrock will really have to do something with this free now. Either go short or land it inside and hope to get a break. Michelle Murphy is taking it. High ball in. Caitlin Hickey is underneath it. Gone up into the forwards. Breaking ball, and who has it again? That little Jack Russell, Louise Duggan. And she's trying to clear her lines. She's had a mighty game. Enniskeane have it. Number 10, Siobhan O'Driscoll. And it's gone out for a line ball. It's coming into Blackrock.
You can see the cuteness in Enniskeane here now. Rather than trying to get blocked to clear the ball, she hits out over the fence to waste a bit of time.
Hayley Ryan is going to cut this one in. It's gone, and it's off a Blackrock player, so Enniskeane is coming out again in this direction. This will suit Enniskeane to slow it down. Just break up the play. And who's back in our own half-back line but Orla Cronin to take it. Orla has really shown leadership here today. But from a Cork senior, that's what you'd expect. And who's got it again but that girl, Louise Duggan? Where is she coming from? Cart O'Brien has it for Blackrock. And it's at this stage now, those kind of 50-50 balls that when they start going against you, Enniskeane have it again, and it'll suit them because it's down the forward side of the pitch. I don't know, did anybody take the time here as to what's left in it, but it can't be a great deal. It's 2:13, which is 19 to Enniskeane, 1:18, which is 21. And that's it, the final whistle is gone, and congratulations to Enniskeane. Final score 1:18 to Blackrock 2:13. You can see the celebrations on one side and the disappointment on the other side, but there was never going to be much between either of these sides, even though Blackrock came well into the game and went ahead. Enniskeane will always play to the full whistle, and I suppose in the second half they wanted it that bit more. They were hungrier. The goal came at the right time for them, but I suppose we want to thank both teams players and selectors for giving us such a great game here in Castle Road today. Unfortunately for Blackrock, they go out. But Enniskeane, I suppose, as we said earlier on, they have unfinished business from last year and they go through to the next round. I'd like to thank Noel Sheehan and Anne O'Donovan and Daniel Meany for helping me out here today. So until next time, here in Castle Road or wherever, I'll sign off and thank you for listening.